And joining me now on the set is Democratic Congressman Adriano Espaillat, representing New York's 13th Congressional District. You're the first formerly undocumented member of Congress. He also serves as the deputy chair of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus and sits on the Subcommittee on Immigration and Citizenship. You are busy. All right, when you see those images in El Paso and those other border towns, the crowds, the chaos, the desperation, what's your reaction? Is the Biden administration doing enough?
The first is that there is a crisis of democracies in the Americas.
Clearly, they wouldn't all be fleeing if there weren't.
It's not even a philosophical one, a partisan one. It's from the left and from the right. And so we have to take a deep dive and find out what is it that, because of our lack of leadership in the hemisphere, this has shown up at our doorstep. However, we have taken some measures. We recommended to Secretary Mayorkas several measures that he's now implementing. One is not to go back to the family detention model that the Trump administration perpetrated. Clearly, that shows that kids are harmed, they're traumatized when they're in these centers, maybe for life. So we're not going back to that. There are two models, right? One is a parole model and another one is a family reunification model that would allow people to come in legally, right? However, you know, we cannot penalize people from showing up at the border and saying you can't come in if you didn't apply for asylum at another country. I think that's the only
But that's
major
exactly
flaw.
what the Biden administration is saying, that they want you to stop someplace else and apply before you get to the border. And they're also saying under Title VIII, if you cross the border illegally, you're out.
Well,
you know,
that's unrealistic. If you're fleeing from Cuba and you go to Nicaragua, which is a friendly government to Cuba, I don't think you're going to go there and try to seek asylum. They may send you back. If you're going to another country that you feel may not necessarily have the infrastructure to process your asylum case, you just might come to the border straight. So we got to have a lane to allow for traditional asylum seekers to be able to apply, and I think that's fair. The rest of the stuff I think is fine. I'm not necessarily happy with the militarizing of the border, but I think that the measures that we recommended, some of them were implemented.
You did this week introduce the Fair Adjudications for Immigrants Act, in which you urged the removal of barriers to immigration. Is it the time to be removing barriers to immigration when we have crowds of people struggling and waiting in line to get in and crossing illegally? This is an emergency situation down there right now.
Well, I think that we should, obviously, Congress should take a look at this comprehensively. It doesn't make sense to take bits and pieces to try to address an issue that's so huge and complicated like immigration. But there are some low-hanging fruits. You know, for example, DACA recipients, Dreamers, TPS recipients, right? Temporary protected status. Family reunification, those are concepts that are very common to the American public. We should be able to address those at the very least.
That's not the controversial part. That's not the crisis part right now along the border, although it is something that still needs to be dealt with. But one other part of the bill that you introduced focuses on migrants with past criminal convictions.
That's correct.
That have been expunged or pardoned. You argue they should be allowed to apply for citizenship.
Well, we already legalized marijuana in New York State. If you got convicted of marijuana possession,
I know, but this is just,
that's what I'm talking about.
But this is just days after we had a person in Texas who had been deported 4 times with a criminal record of
D-N.Y. But that's not a fair comparison.
I know,
that's not a fair comparison. You know, I'm talking about cases that are now legal. You know, offenses that are not violent offenses that are now legal, and therefore we should be able to, yes, unify a family to make us stronger. America always preaches that a family is stronger when it's together. So yes, bringing somebody that committed an offense is now violent and is now legal, I think it warrants for us to take another look at it.
Very, very important distinction. All right.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.